Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. 'Tis I, Michael A. Grimm, aka the Multi-Voice. I have many voices, but one opinion. And today, I got something to say to you folks. Ever since James Gunn is making a brand new DC superhero stuff, and of course, we saw the end of the last of the Avengers on the MCU. I kind of thought to myself, what about the Justice League that most people kind of shelved? I mean, what Zack Snyder created, I had to say, Zack Snyder, his design of the DC universe, it's pretty good, kind of intense, cram a lot of stories together, and just try to make one good, awesome movie. Now, for those of you who remember, I also did the video where I talked about the secret origin of the Justice League. And of course, I also did a video where I reviewed one of the comic books and had a little gripe over the Flash on this one. And of course, one thing I have to say, the movie Justice League Mortal, if any of you wants to know about the story, because believe it or not, you can easily find it on YouTube. Somebody took the script of Justice League Mortal and made a full cast audio adaptation on YouTube, which you can find it. It might show up after the end of my review. But let's get to the biggest question of all. Now, Zack Snyder made his version of the Justice League, but they decided to have Joss Whedon do most of the work on this movie, and it's and you gotta ask yourself, which is the better version, the 2007 movie or the Snyder Cut 2021? Well, let's get to the story and find out, because I'm going to talk about the premise in the story, things they left out, things that should be in, things that is unnecessary. But all in all, let's get to it, shall we? First off, we have Steppenwolf, voiced by, well, kind of hard for me to pronounce his name, Karan Hinz. I think that's his name. Now, as him playing Steppenwolf in the original movie, he was just all by himself, just trying to do this stuff to please his lord. But in the Snyder Cut, his legions lies with Darkseid. And for those of you who don't know, Darkseid is the big baddie. He was supposed to be like the Thanos of the DC universe. Now, unlike Thanos, who is a mad titan who wants the Infinity Gauntlet to become a god, well, for those of you who don't know, Darkseid already was a god. I mean, he's a member of the group who calls himself the New Gods. Except, to make a long story short, the old gods died, and the planets separated into two, and their offsprings took over. One planet called New Genesis, owned by High Father, and the other planet called Apocalypse, with a K, owned by Darkseid. They've been having wars against each other, and then they settled their dispute and promised themselves that they will not attack New Genesis and try to merge. But Darkseid, on the other hand, he keeps on attacking other planets and starting merging the planets with his own, because one thing he does have a habit of doing is conquering other planets and merging planets into his, and force anybody who lives in the planet that he merged into either die or become his slave for an eternity. I mean, a little known fact, Jack Kirby based Darkseid out of Adolf Hitler. I mean, it's a known fact. And unlike Thanos, who wants the Infinity Gauntlet, Darkseid, he wanted something called the anti-life equation. And for those of you who don't know, the anti-life equation is a device where he can mold everybody throughout the galaxy into his image. I mean, one thing you should know about Darkseid, there is no happy ending with this guy. I mean, he wants suffering and torment and wants to mold people into his image if he has the anti-life equation. that means he would have everybody be drawn to his whim if Darkseid grabs the anti-life equation. So, in the original movie, the movie wants to get the mother box and try to take and turn Earth into part of Apokolips, but in the Snyder cut, he wants Darkseid to merge Earth with his planet Apokolips and find the anti-life equation so he can be victorious. Meanwhile, we have Batman, played by Ben Affleck, or the Batfleck, if you prefer to say. Now, one thing I would like to say, folks, about Ben Affleck. Now, Ben Affleck is a good actor. At first, I was being skeptic over him playing Batman because of his performance in Daredevil, but his performance is not bad. I mean, he did a good job being Batman. At least he doesn't get all like, I am vengeance, I am the night, I'm Batman. Sorry, every time I do the Christian Bale voice, it kills my throat. Oh, I'm okay, folks. Don't worry. But you get what I'm saying. At least Ben Affleck, he has a device around his throat, so he'll be more like, I am vengeance. I am the night. I'm Batman. And doesn't go all, Maybe he should learn a little from Kevin Conroy, the late, great Kevin Conroy, because he does his Batman perfectly. I mean, he's like, hi there, I'm Bruce Wayne. And now I'm Batman. I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman! But anyway, Ben Affleck, he did a good job. After the whole Batman v Superman movie, he feels really bad on what happened to Batman, and he keeps having these dream visions all of a sudden. So, of course, we have Henry Cavill as Superman, and I have to say he did a pretty damn good job playing Superman, although in the 2017 movie, he couldn't shave his mustache because he's starring in another movie, so they had to digitally remove the mustache, which was really stupid. So in the 2021, they kind of fixed that so he wouldn't look like he had a digital mustache going. That was really stupid and ridiculous. And of course, in the Schneider cut, his outfit was gray and black, which I thought it was really silly. He's feeling really guilty on what happened to Superman. And the death of Superman caused the Mother Box to start coming to life and start summoning Steppenwolf. I mean, with Superman out of the way, Steppenwolf can invade. And of course, Batman, he even made friends with Wonder Woman, played by the lovely Gal Gadot. Now, I don't care what other people say, I still love Gal Gadot. I mean, she did the most awesome Wonder Woman ever. I mean, yeah, sure, Linda Carter is great, but bear in mind, she's getting old. But she still looks old. I mean, she still looks good for her age. And now I'm hearing about... Oh, in case any of you are going to be asking me my thoughts on Snow White, I'm not going to watch it. I mean, Rachel Zegler need to shut the hell up. Because it's bad enough you make a gripe calling the Prince Charming a stalker and butchering the movie. I think the only entertaining part in the movie is Gal Gadot's performance as the evil queen. I would be focusing on Gal Gadot's performance as the evil queen and don't give a rat's ass about Rachel Zegler because she just screwed it up. Sorry, I get so worked up over dumb-ass actors who don't know when to shut up! Ugh! But anyway. Meanwhile, Wonder Woman's mom, Queen Hippolyta, played by the lovely Connie Nelson, she starts sensing something is wrong with the mother box. And also, Bruce Wayne went all the way to meet Aquaman, played by Jason Momoa. Now, my thoughts about Jason Momoa, he is a good actor. He is a really good actor, and I think he did a good job playing Aquaman. But I wonder how awesome he would pull off, since now I'm hearing that he's no longer playing Aquaman, but be doing James Gunn's DC version, since there is a Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow movie coming out, and this one's going to involve Lobo, and Jason Momoa is going to be playing Lobo. So I guess he'll stop becoming the king of Atlantis and become the main man Lobo, you fragging bastard. What? That's not here. Oh well. So, yeah. And of course he starts contacting Mara, played by Amber Heard. That woman's a bitch. She's a real bitch. After what she did to Johnny Depp, seriously, if they're going to continue on having Mara in the movie, they need to have that character recast. Since Amber Heard abused Johnny Depp and tried to make herself look like the villain in court. Seriously, her dog got stung by a bee? That is irrelevant, dumbass! They need to stop casting her in the movies. Anyway, we also have the Flash, played by Ezra Miller. And yeah, I've heard and seen what he did. He abused this one girl outside of the bar. What was that about? Why the hell is he been doing these horrible stuff and they still keep casting him as the Flash? Everybody knew what happened to that Flash movie anyway. I mentioned it in that one comic book I talked about. If you ask me, I think they should bring back Grant Gustin from the Arrowverse of Flash. I could tolerate him better than Ezra Miller. And yeah, I seen the crossover on the Arrowverse of the Crisis on Infinite Earth. I think it was pretty cool. I just wish they should have Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman, crossing over and meet Melissa. Damn, I forgot her name. Well, Melissa's Supergirl. But anyway, now we have Cyborg, played by Ray Fisher. Now, Ray Fisher's performance of Cyborg, I think he did a good job, even though he kind of acts more like a teenager, like he doesn't want anybody's help, he can do this on his own, and he hates looking like a human machine. And even he keeps on regretting his father, Solid Stone, played by Joe Martin. Now, I've seen Joe Martin before. He was in the Terminator 2 movies. And then we have Lois Lane, played by Amy Adams, which she did a pretty good job playing Wonder Woman. I think she was really hot. But to my opinion, folks, who is the hottest Lois Lane of them all? Terry Fisher, from The Adventures of Lewis and Clark. What? I I think Terry Hatcher is the hottest Lois Lane ever. And she still looks hot in Desperate Housewives. And of course, we have Martha Kent, played by Diane Lane. Now, a lot of people always kept saying how hot Marissa Tomei is playing Aunt May. I'm surprised not many people talk about how hot Martha Kent looks. If you ask me, Diane Lane is a very attractive and beautiful woman. She hasn't let age ruin her. She is aging like fine wine. That's for damn sure. And of course we have Alfred, played by the ever-so-British Jeremy Irons. Some people remember him as Scar from The Lion King, but now he is Alfred the Butler. At least he's a lot better than Michael Caine. I did like Michael Caine in the Dark Knight trilogy, but in Dark Knight Rises, where he betrayed him and abandoned him, I was like, what the hell? I would have grabbed him by the throat and telling him, how dare you abandon your master when Gotham needs his help? Dumbass! And I don't care what he thinks. That Alfred from Dark Knight Rises suck! And also we have Commissioner Gordon, played by J.K. Simmons. At least he ain't going around saying, Spider-Man is a menace to society. Spider-Man is a criminal, a vigilante. Doesn't want to be famous? I'll make him infamous. Thank goodness at least they didn't cast him to play Perry White. No, wait, they gave Lawrence Fishburne that role. I never even heard Lawrence Fishburne ever says Great Caesar's Ghost. Because that's exactly what Perry White always says in the comics. Every time when something shocking happens, he always says, Great Caesar's Ghost! And of course, we have Flash's love interest, Iris West, played by Carissy Coleman. Now, I think she's a very lovely girl. She's very easy on the eyes. I think she's really cute. Good choice of casting her. It's just they didn't let her do much. I knew that she did appear in that Flash movie, but she was only there to try to, Barry Allen, he still believed that his father was innocent for the death of his mother, which that is the origin of the Flash. Somebody killed Flash's mom and blamed his father, and now his father is in prison. And Barry Allen believes that his mom was innocent. And even we have General Swanwick, who turns out to be none other than Martian Manhunter, played by Harry Lennox. Harry Lennox. Now, I thought it was really cool to introduce the Martian Manhunter, but he should have helped the Justice League earlier. He should have joined earlier, because Martian Manhunter, he is a full member of the Justice League, and he is like the heart, the knowledge. Every time when they have trouble or problems, they always walk up to him, and he gives them some pointers and such. And I noticed when Gal Gadot talked about the origin, the battle between the last time Darkseid or Steppenwolf tried to attack Earth, and the Greek gods, the Amazons, and the the Atlanteans and also other warriors from the rest of the world. They all grouped together to stop Steppenwolf or Darkseid. And they had a Green Lantern member in this. And this Green Lantern, he is called Yalangar. He was like the only Green Lantern character that appeared in this movie. And there was a scene that they were planning to introduce. Like they were going to introduce John Stewart Green Lantern and Kilowog, but that was cut. Completely cut. And of course in the Snyder cut, we have the Joker, played by the most detestable actor in the world, Jared Leto. I mean, he overacts. I mean, not overacts. He doesn't overact. He is so freaking method that other actors find him so annoying. I mean, Jared Leto, they should have quit casting him as the Joker. I mean, I tell you the truth, guys. Every time I see Jared Leto play the Joker, I start watching the clip from American Psycho where Christian Bale axed him to death while playing Hip to Be Square. Because every time I see Jared Leto plays the Joker, I just want to see the scene where Christian Bale, who is Batman, killing Jared Leto for his performance of the Joker. And an embarrassing actor I never thought I'd ever see him is, of course, Lex Luthor, played by Jesse Eisenberg. One problem I do have with him is that, okay, Lex Luthor is one of the characters I love to hate because he is arrogant, stubborn, snobby, and always trying to prove to everybody that the world will be a lot better if Superman is out of the picture. And of course, he's space racist because he hates aliens. He's prejudiced towards them. And he's also envious towards Superman because he wants what Superman has. All the powers and everything. Of course, to Lex Luthor, if he has powers like Superman, he thought people should bow down and worship him like a god. But Superman, he's more down to earth because he was raised by the Kent family, so he doesn't want people to worship him like a god. He wants just to be there as a burden, as a symbol of hope. But Jesse Eisenberg, the way he played Lex Luthor in the Batman v Superman and him making an appearance in the Justice League movies, he acts like a snobby, selfish, rotten man-child who likes to treat people like they're idiots. I think he's just better off with either comedies or teen dramas or even the Zombieland movies. And of course, he also meets Deathstroke, played by Joe Manganiello, the guy who married Sofia Vergara. Of course, I heard he's a real D&D fan. Wow. If I was in Hollywood, I would like to play D&D with him. At least he ain't picking on Peter Parker. Yeah, he was in the first Spider-Man movie playing Flash Thompson, the bully. Who'd have thunk it? And of course, we even have an appearance of Ryan Cho, played by Ryan Zing. And for those of you who don't know who Ryan Cho is actually the Atom. The superhero who created the particles will make him able to shrink down to microscopic size. And also can shrink really small that it increases his strength. A little bit like Ant-Man, except he doesn't control ants. He shrinks down to microscopic size so he could destroy diseases or germs. I mean, heck, one time he shrunk all the way and got into Deathstroke's ear and started banging the eardrum, giving him a massive headache. Pretty awesome superhero, huh? Even though the original Atom was Ray Palmer, but I guess they want to skip the Palmer and get to Cho. Now, the difference between the movies and the show, the two movies, I mean, the Schneider cut was hinting that sooner or later in the future, since Steppenwolf fails, Darkseid is supposed to show up on Earth, except this time kill Lois Lane and manipulate Superman so he can be his puppet. And pretty much hell will break loose. And some of the heroes dies, and the villains and the heroes, whatever is left, are the last hope in order to stop Darkseid. So it's pretty much hinting Zack Snyder was trying to do Justice League 2 and 3, but sadly it was never in fruition. And he was trying to do like an Infinity War version of the Justice League and then the Endgame. Just like what they did with the Avengers. But it didn't succeed. I mean, there were some scenes in the movie that it was okay. Other scenes in the movie, I didn't care about when the Flash saved Wonder Woman. He accidentally landed right on top of her, made it so awkward that he quickly got up, and Wonder Woman was staring at him, saying, "What did you do?" And Flash was like, "Sorry, I didn't mean. I'm sorry." That was unnecessary. It was completely unnecessary. And of course, one thing I also heard, different versions. In the Schneider cut, Lex Luthor tells Deathstroke that he knows who Batman is and tell him that he is Bruce Wayne. And even Deathstroke is like, "You got my attention." But in the other version, he says since they have a league, it's time to make the League of our own. But which league would that be? The Legion of Doom? Or the Injustice Gang? Or the Injustice League? Who knows? They always have different names, you know? And of course, in a different version. Now, here's one thing a lot of people kept saying about Joe Martin. His character, Solid Stone, he survived in the 2017 movie, but in the Schneider cut, the 2021 Schneider cut, he sacrificed himself to show them where Steppenwolf is at and where he's taken the mother box at. He sacrificed himself to help the League. And a lot of people kept saying that his character, Solid Stone, is a lot like the other character on Terminator 2, Miles Dyson, where he sacrificed himself to save the human race. If you ask me, I think I like it better when he survived and helped his son renew his armor. One thing I know about Cyborg here, his name is Victor Stone, and he is an athlete until a car accident happened, and his father used the mother box to help him because he lost legs and arms, and he used the mother box to help rebuild his body, and he made him into a part man, part machine, and his famous catchphrase is "Booyah." Now, of course, one thing I know about Cyborg, originally he was the member of the Teen Titans. But I guess ever since the New 52, they decided to move him up and no longer be the member of the Teen Titans, but also the member of the Justice League. Quite a promotion, if you ask me. And of course, I also noticed that most of the time Batman says, "Oh shit." But I do like that one line where some of these those parademons break into his Batmobile, and he was like, "Son of a bitch," until the team showed up. And I like when Cyborg gave Aquaman the lift, and Aquaman called him my man. And all in all, my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, the 2017 movie, it did so many cuts, like Val Kilmer would say, it just raises too many questions. At least a Snyder cut, it doesn't leave too many questions. It answers those questions. And showed some pretty good scene right there. And also at the ending during the credits, I like the song that they played in the 2017 movie, Gary Clark Jr.'s "Come Together." Come together right now over me. I mean, I love that song. It's catchy. They should have kept it for the Snyder cut. But instead, the Snyder cut, they had that Hallelujah song, like it's a cold, it's a broken hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Yeah, I hear that song so many times every time I watch Shrek. Come Together is a lot better. By the way, folks, one thing I've heard so far, I've heard that Max is planning to get rid of the Looney Tunes. Now, for those of you who are wondering, actually, believe it or not, folks, I finally finished that audio crossover to celebrate my 10th anniversary of my YouTube channel, Justice League and the Looney Tunes. And I'm going to have it uploaded on... I got a trailer going, so my trailer's going to show up on my birthday, June 4th, and the audio is going to show up in October 14th to celebrate my 10th anniversary. And most of all, I mean, I cannot believe that I'm hearing that Max is planning to get rid of the classic Looney Tunes cartoon. Why? I mean, what the freaking hell? I love the Looney Tunes. I love their cartoons. I grew up watching Looney Tunes ever since I was a little kid. And now you want to get rid of them? Seriously? I mean, what's the purpose on that? I love the Looney Tunes, and now you want to get rid of them? Well, at least I'm going to enjoy this new Looney Tunes movie coming up called The Day the Earth Blew Up. And also, I'm hearing that they're planning to release that one movie that was never been released because the CEO of Warner Brothers decided never to have that movie released, even though it was done, and he was being stubborn on trying to have it released, but the director demanded to be released, and that is Coyote versus Acme. And if that comes out, I wouldn't mind watching it myself. It'd probably be very good. Well, that's all I can say about the difference between the two Justice League movies, folks. So, if any of you like my my thoughts on those two Justice League movies, please leave a comment down below, hit like, and subscribe for more. And, I think I'm going to end this off with my personal favorite song. And they say, 1 and 1 and 1 makes 3. He's got to be good looking, 'cause it's so hard to see. Come together right now over me.